Welcome to the Raising Confident Girls podcast, your guide to raising strong, confident daughters. I'm Melissa Jones, the founder of Girls Positivity Club and a teacher for over 20 years. In a world where girls often feel overwhelmed, anxious, and confused, this podcast is your go-to space. As caregivers, we navigate challenges together. I founded Girls Positivity Club to provide a place where you belong and get the tools to face today's hurdles. Consider this your regular check-in with a trusted friend, offering insights and practical tips for meaningful conversations. I'm here to help you feel confident on this journey of raising a generation of empowered girls. Let's dive in and raise those confident girls together. Hey everybody, it's Melissa and welcome to Pep Talk Friday. If your daughter has been a little harder on herself lately, second-guessing friendships, overthinking small moments, or assuming that she did something wrong, this pep talk is for you. Because when she spirals into self-blame, something else happens quietly. You start worrying if you missed something, if you should have said more, if you're supposed to know exactly what to do. So today I want to talk directly to that part of you, the one that's trying her absolute or his absolute best. And so here's something that I want you to remember. You're not missing something. She's just sorting herself out. So here's something that we forget. When girls go through messy or uncertain moments, their self-talk gets louder before it gets kinder. And so that's not a sign that you're doing anything wrong. It's a sign that she's learning how to navigate real life. Girls often will say things like, I think I messed it up, or maybe they don't like me anymore, or I shouldn't have said that. Not because they're actually failing, but because they're trying to make sense of their place in this world, and especially in this friendship world. And I want you to hear this. She's not being hard on herself because you haven't done enough. She's being hard on herself because she's growing, and growth is messy. So I want you to remember that you're steadier than you think. When she collapses inward, when her confidence dips, when she turns to tiny moments that turn into warnings, you begin to worry. Am I supporting her in the right way? But here's what you don't see in the moment. She watches how you respond to her doubt. She feels how steady you are when she wobbles. She notices that you don't panic when she spirals, and your calm is teaching her how to find her own. You don't have to solve her emotions. You just have to anchor her. And you're already doing that. Even when it feels like you aren't getting through, you are. And I know that, like, with my own mom and when I was growing up and really just having those spirals, the main thing, and same thing with my dad, the main thing that they would do is just be with me in the moment. And they would give me suggestions and try and help me. But all I really needed was them to be there and for them to listen and for them to sit beside me and for us to curl up on the couch and watch a movie together and eat popcorn, or to sit at the kitchen table with me while we talked. I mean, it was a very simple thing. Or like with my dad, we would often shoot baskets outside. Like we would shoot the basketball because we had a goal in the driveway. And a lot of times my dad would notice that I wasn't feeling my best. And he'd say, you want to go outside and shoot some baskets? And so even if I didn't want to, like he would say, come on. And he was just a fun, like very happy-go-lucky type of person. Anyways, like, come on, you'll feel great. It'll be fresh air, whatever he said. And so we would go out and he wouldn't start right away. Like he would be like, okay, do you want to play around the world? Do you want to play horse? Do you want to do this? And so we would pick a game to play together. And as we were talking, he would just casually bring things up. And he would say things like, I noticed that you were feeling a little sad today about whatever it was. And then I would usually just say, yeah. And then I would just, before I knew it, I would tell him what was happening. I think it was a combination. We were outside, we were moving. It wasn't like us directly, even though I loved sitting with them, like I talked about before, sitting with my mom on the steps, or if it was sitting at the kitchen table or snuggling and watching a movie or, whatever. those are different environments, but being outside and moving together while we talked was actually a really powerful thing to do as well. And so that's one idea for you to think about it, even if it's just taking a walk around the block, even if it's cold out, if you live in a cold climate, like bundling up and just taking a walk together or whatever it would be. Sometimes changing the environment can also open her up to talking in a different and unique way, even though you might not even approach it that much differently. You're just in a new environment. And so one simple tool that you can use is you can use the borrow my calm line. So this is a grounding phrase that you can use anytime she's being hard on herself. So you can say, you can borrow my calm until yours comes back. So if they're feeling really out of sorts, you can just say that. And that's it. It's short, it's steady, it's powerful. And why it works is because it takes pressure off her to snap out of it, or it tells her that she doesn't have to handle this alone. And it anchors both of you instantly. It's emotionally safe for every age, and it's really easy to do. And here's how it can sound at different ages. From 6 to 9, it can sound like this: my calm can hold this with you. As they're getting older, it can be 10 to 13. Let's just sit together until this feels a little lighter. So again, it's not fixing, it's just sitting together. Or like in the case of my dad, we were just outside together. At 14 to 18, it's you're not seeing yourself clearly right now. And so you can lean on my steadiness. You can lean on my steadiness. And so it's just telling her, like, you can use me when you don't have that for yourself. Like, use me as something predictable, something stable, something calm. And so this is the type of connection that is very simple, but it's in its strongest form. And so you can word it however sounds natural to you, but this is a really easy way for you to help her when she's kind of sorting out her feelings and when she's being really hard on herself. So I just want to remind you that you're doing better than you think. I know a lot of things come up as our girls are growing up. And before we wrap, I just want to tell you that you may not have heard this lately, but you are doing this right. Even if you don't do all the right things at all times, your daughter doesn't need perfection. She just needs you to be there with her. And she needs someone who can sit in the uncertainty with her. And that's exactly what you're doing. Every calm breath you take, every grounding phrase you offer, every moment you listen instead of fix is shaping her confidence in ways you won't see for years. So if you think about my examples, like those happened years ago, but they still help me so much. And so you're not missing anything. You're not falling short. You're guiding her gently, consistently, and beautifully, even if you mess up sometimes. That's part of being a parent too, right? And she's going to be okay because she has you. I hope this was helpful. Please send it to someone else who needs to hear this pep talk, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining another empowering episode of the Raising Confident Girls podcast. Share today's insights with caregivers and friends, building beautiful relationships with strong girls. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. We're not just a podcast, we're a community. Follow Girls Positivity Club on social media for more empowering content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. This podcast empowers you, supporting incredible girls. Let's create strong, beautiful relationships with the girls in our lives. I appreciate you listening today. Stay confident, stay connected. Until next time, keep raising those confident girls. You've got this.